Hello! It's Friday. I'm here. I made it. After work. Ready. I'm ready to go. Hope everybody's doing good. Alright, let me see what's going on. Make sure I got my chat up. Okay. Looks like we're working. It's working. Okay, cool. Let me get the chat up and make sure I can see everybody's chat. Because it seems like YouTube is not only like now making it harder to see everybody's chat, but it's like it switches my settings. I don't know what that's about. Where like I come in and I make sure that I click on all messages every time I'm in a live because I like to make sure to see everybody's chat. But then I keep having to go back and check it again. Because then I can tell I'm missing people's chats. And even when it's on all chats, I can tell I'm missing people's chats because I can see people having conversations with each other, but I don't see both sides. Very confusing. All right, just chatting. I'm just talking while everybody gets the notifications and comes in and says hello and all that good stuff. How is everybody doing? This is a strange week. I think I say that every week. No, not every week, but this week was a strange one. Hi, Tarot Goddess. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. How was your week? I just can't believe that January went so fast. Like, we're at the end of January. It feels like we just celebrated New Year's. I'm gonna have to put videos together for January and February. And I better do it quick because February is about to start and it's probably gonna go even faster. Yeah, it was a strange week for you too. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone on that because, yeah, it was a strange, I think strange is the right word for this week. Kind of a strange week. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Anybody has any numbers or dates or words or anything that they'd like to talk about today, we can start our list. Hopefully, everybody had a good week on a strange week because it was definitely a strange week. There was some strange things happening, whether it was weather or just the way feeling in general. Kind of a strange week. Hey, Josh. Hi. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. I don't know why I'm holding the pen like I was about to write something. I don't have anything to put on our list yet. Let me know if there's anything I should put on our list. We can talk about the crazy weather that we've been having. On Wednesday, I talked about, well, I don't talk when I'm on Twitch on Wednesdays, so that's a little weird to say. But on Wednesdays, I looked into the vibrations of the moon and the Pleiades coming together. So that was kind of cool. We have a lot happening right now in our solar system. And yes, it definitely is contributing to life here on Earth. So, like with the winter storm, with the vortex happening, and all kinds of stuff. Hi, Judy. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. All right, what you got for me for this list? So I think we can. I don't know. There's something brewing, but I don't know what the topic is. It feels like a conversation about micro to macro, but I don't know what that means. So we'll see what comes through. Anything else to put on this list? What are the vibrational happenings you want to talk about today? This strange week. Because it has been a very strange week. It has felt strange. Strange things have happened. People have said and done strange things. Yeah, strange. Strange is the right word. And actually, while I'm waiting for anything to put on this list, I think I'm just going to look at what is the vibration of the word strange. Because I keep saying it and I can't stop saying it. So let's just see. Everybody's been good though, even though it's been a strange week. Everyone's had a good week. Or is it good because it's over? Like, I mean, that could be true too. Oh my gosh, Josh. Yeah, we could nope, we could definitely look at it today, but I'm sure it'll come back in tomorrow. Cuz that that word backdoor has been driving me nuts all week. You're so right. It's been driving me crazy. Hi, cousin B. Thanks for being here. I didn't let you know I was going live because I was watching you play the game. I didn't want to disrupt your game. So thank you so much for being here. Abracadabra. Yes, I love it. Thank you for being here. Yes, Josh, let me go. Let me put on our list. Because, oh my gosh. That, man, that word backdoor has been so annoying this week. Annoying. Because, yeah, it's like, come on, people, let's expand our vocabularies. Everything cannot be backdoor. And why do you keep saying it so much? And in different contexts and in different ways, so then it doesn't even have a definition anymore. Now it's becoming like that other thing that we don't like, that I try not to say out loud because it gets people saying it. You know what I mean? Those two numbers. You know what I mean. Why did I put back room? See? It's annoying me so much that I didn't even want to write it. That's actually pretty hilarious. And like, what's in the back room? I guess it's whatever's through the back door. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. What else? What else would you like to look at today? Yeah, there's some kind of message about micro to macro coming through. So we'll definitely talk about that. But if you have any numbers, anything else that you want to talk about, I keep saying that it's been a strange week. So that's why strange is here. And we're gonna look at what's the vibration of strange, of the word strange, well, in English. So we use our little code where we do A equals 1 all the way to Z equals 26. And we have 19 plus 20 plus 18 plus 1 plus 14 plus 7 plus 5. Usually I don't write it all out like that for you, but that kind of felt kind of nice writing all those numbers. So there you go. Okay, so 19 plus 20 plus 18 plus 1 plus 14 plus 7 plus 5 is 84, which takes us to a 12 and a 3. Okay, interesting. If we add So, like, if we make it the sentence or like the statement, a strange week, then a strange right here is 85, which is the same as it's the numerical vibration of the word storm. And we know we've had that this week in lots of different ways. And then let's see what the word week is. Oh, I should have known that, but I didn't. And that makes it even more interesting. So week is 44, which is the same as the word hope and the word faith. And there's another one, but I can't think of it right now. So I'm not gonna strain myself this so early in the live. I keep giving myself the giggles all day today. I mean, that's most days, but it's been extra today, I think, because I'm so tired from this week. 129. Oh, which is another 12. 3. Okay. So the vibration this week is, looks like it's this 12. 3. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, what's so interesting is when you think about in the vibrational sense, when we say storm, that could be at so many different levels. Okay, okay. Sorry, I got excited because that makes sense now. So we're going to look at the storm and what a storm is at different levels, micro to macro. Okay. Sorry, got excited. Got excited. Okay, okay. I see your message, Judy. Okay, please be careful. I don't like it when you be driving and then I see you in the chat and be freaking me out. Okay, this is interesting though. So a strange week um gives us 129, where the word strange gives us an 84, and both take us to a 12-3. So the dominating vibration is 12-3. And 12 is really about a change in perspective. So what we probably have been experiencing this week that has made it feel so strange is like these shifting perspectives, because our own perspective can change and can feel disruptive, but then the perspectives of others can change, our perspective of others can change, but also the perspective. So like perspective is just how you are in encountering and interacting with other vibrations. So the earth has a perspective also, and its perspective would change as it's spinning and as it's going around the sun. So kind of like the seasons, like every time there's a new season, that would be like a perspective change. But this is where these perspective changes are meant to bring us some kind of growth. But we know that growth can happen in all directions. So it's like your perspective could change of somebody based on some things that they were doing, which we'll talk about more tomorrow. And that perspective could go down. The growth could go down. Like you lose respect instead of gain respect. Both would be considered growth. because it's a change in positionality. Wow, okay, that's already interesting. Okay. Strange week giving us interesting things to talk about. Love that. Okay. What else? I know where I'm waiting to get numbers from Judy through Josh. I think. I think so. But what else? I you know how it usually is. Like everything's gonna come out, whether we think of it right now or not. But if there is any numbers you've encountered, any like interesting things happening that you want to talk about, we can certainly put it on this list. So I Josh, are you able to still, while you're getting Judy's numbers, are you still able to listen? Because I don't want to do your I didn't want to say that. I don't want to look at the vibrations of the word backdoor without you. Have to say it all proper so it doesn't come out all weird, even though it's been coming out all weird. See, even that sounds crazy. The use of the word is so weird all week. Been horrible. Everything sounds crazy when you try and put backdoor in there. Okay, I'm gonna wait, Josh, and I'll get all of Judy's numbers, and then we'll start talking. No, it's okay. Well, we can wait. We can chill. Other people could tell me about their week or if they have numbers. Okay, I'm gonna start writing these down. So we have your numbers are getting bigger, Judy. That means they've got more to say. There's bigger messages in there. Well, it's like more chapters to the story. All right, let me see. 7292, and then 625, and then 8221, and 1791. Oh, that's an interesting one. Interesting. Okay. So I just need to make myself a note here because this is feeling like a date. And so if anybody wants to look up that date, there's something significant on that date. Um we when we get to it, we can talk about it more. Yeah, there's woof. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Josh. Let's start with the word backdoor because it has been coming up a whole lot, which is so annoying. We'll start with that though, so then we can be done with it. Hi, Rumble! I'm glad you made it. Thanks for being here. Okay. Why does my tea look like that? Okay. So we are going to again use our code where A is 1 all the way to Z equals 26, where we keep the 2-digit numbers intact. And this would be 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 11 plus 4 plus 15 plus 15 plus 18. It's interesting that I'm writing them out today. That means that there's probably more vibrational messages in each one of the vibrations of the letters. We probably won't dig that deep, but that's interesting. So when you see me do that, when you see me like writing it out more, that's usually what's happening. Is that there's more there than just them coming together and being woven together. Very interesting. Okay, so let's see. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 11 plus 4 plus 15 plus 15 plus 18. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. I don't even want to show you because I'm annoyed. It's annoying. I don't. I'm irritated because this word has been so annoying this week, and and then and then what it actually is vibrating at is even more annoying. I'm doing it again because I want to be wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. Boo! So, okay, I'm gonna put my serious face on and use my serious voice. Because we're serious right now. Okay? We're serious. We're talking about the word backdoor and its vibrational meaning in very serious tones. Serious. Come on, get serious with me. Because when I write this, it's going to go right out the door. Probably the back door. Oh, I broke it. I broke the seriousness already. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. So the numerical vibration of the word backdoor is 69. 69. 6 and 9 add up together to give us a 15, which gives us another 6. So I'll go ahead, get it all out your system. Get it out of your system. Everybody's been using this word this week. Well, mostly in the hip hop community, and just yeah, in way too many ways. Oh, Ruffle, yeah. See, all right, I'm blaming Cousin B. It's Cousin B's fault bringing that can't be serious here, so then I can't be serious while talking about backdoor and 69. Of course, because here we go. The universe got jokes. This most annoying word that people keep using all week long for stuff that it makes no sense. Please, let's expand our vocabulary. Please and thank you. All right, but let's look at it. So, Tiptoe Joe, you should have already known. Like, you should have known when you saw number 2 on the list was the word backdoor that it was gonna be cut it up day. All right. So, what's interesting, like what is standing out to me, is that we have all of these 15s here. And this doesn't help with the conversation, because I mean it does, but it doesn't, because 15 is a choice between bondage and freedom. So, are we opening the back door, closing the back door? I can't. I'm trying to be serious. I just can't. Okay, serious. I'm being serious and mature. Yeah, serious and mature. So, I just can't. All right, I have the giggles now. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. All right. So the word backdoor is giving us is a combination of these two vibrations, and because I wrote it all out this way, it's it really is that it's the movement of these vibrations together. And you know why I think it's happening that way, is because of the use of the word. So when um like the use of a word or the definition of a word, so like when we have a word that then becomes like a slang term or used in a different way. I hate the word slang because it's still a word, whatever. But when it's used in a different way or it's defined differently, then those vibrations that make up that word, they move differently. They interact with each other in different ways because it's not just the vibration itself that are interacting with us and like changing like what we're experiencing. It's also how they're moving and how they're interacting with each other. And so with this crazy annoying word backdoor being used in so many different ways this week, where people were thinking they were using it in the same way and they really weren't. It was like every time somebody said it, it was a different definition. So it was moving these vibrations around and it was changing how they were interacting, um, and how they were coming across. So that's probably what felt very annoying, because when it's not, when those vibrations are moving a lot, it's almost like the feeling of sandpaper or like an itchy tag. Ugh, itchy tags. I hate itchy tags. Yeah, that's the worst. But that's what it feels like when it is constantly changing and shifting. I know, Rumpel, isn't it crazy? Oh, I know. It's just crazy how this. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to get back. um, and so we have all of these vibrations that are moving and changing how we are feeling and interpreting and using this word backdoor. But all of that, regardless of how they're moving or how they're shaped, we have this vibration of an ending or a shift. So that might be one thing that is consistent, that it's used in a way to like describe or bring forth like this ending or shifting of energies, which is, yeah, I'm thinking about how it's been used, which is annoying because I don't want to think about that. But it has been in a way where it's like this has happened and we've come to this conclusion. It also, and this is probably primarily what we're feeling, because we also have the six here, where the six is very much about comfort. But this is comfort in all forms and in all ways, because this vibration is neutral. So it holds all of the different types of comfort. So being uncomfortable, somebody using the word backdoor so many times and wondering why they're comfortable using that word so many times or in the context that they're using it. Yeah, that's definitely definitely what I've been feeling. So this vibration is both like comfortable, good way, so like good comfort and bad comfort, and the in between, like the confusing comfort. I was like, am I comfortable right now or am I not comfortable right now? And why or why not? But what's happening is there's several places here where there's this fight between comfort and discomfort, and that's what we're feeling in the use of this word. But why other people have been so comfortable using this word, I don't know. But even like thinking about this choice between bondage and freedom is a choice between states of comfort. So, are you comfortable? Are you not comfortable? Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, this word. So, this actually makes a lot of sense. And it actually makes a lot of sense of why it has just felt so annoying this week to have so many people using the word backdoor in so many different ways and in so many different contexts. And like different people even saying it differently. It's been, oh my gosh. It has been like really like disruptive to the comfort. And it hasn't even been like the topics per se, it's the way that it's being used and how often. But that means it's a dominant vibration right now. So interesting. Okay, I'm gonna catch up in chat and get some water. Nasty number night. Tiptoe Joe. I'm sure you all have a lot to say, so I'm gonna catch up in chat because I want to know. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes, Josh. Yes, ending the thought. Yes. That's the nine right there, right? Yeah, because I don't know. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh, Rumble. Oh my goodness. But you're right. You're right. I know. I know. This is not what I expected. This is not what I expected to be talking about today. Oh goodness. I don't know. I don't know. Stop it, Rumple. You're making this worse. All right, I'm switching the page. We're going back to our list. So we're crossing this one off. We were successful. Maybe not successful in being serious about it, but we were successful. Done. Let's talk about Judy's numbers. Oh, don't keep it going, Ruffle. Don't keep it going. Let's look at Judy's numbers. So, anybody that would like to look up and see if there was something significant on Earth historically, but it also feels like it could have been like a conjunction or something happening with a star, maybe in 1791. Hey, stop that, whiteboard. So if you want to look up this 1791, we can do that one last. Because that one definitely feels like a date. It also could be in 79, like 79 years ago, or 1979. This definitely feels like a date. It feels like a definite positioning in time. Okay. So let me grab these. Copy. Let's go over this way. Woohoo! Oh, good. Judy's giving us some context. Okay, you looked up the year. Okay, cool. Let's see. So the year 1791 was pivotal, marked by the ratification of the U.S. Bill of Rights, establishing fundamental American freedoms, and the start of the Haitian Revolution, a major slave revolt. Yeah, in the French Saint Dominic region, the passage of the British Constitutional Act, creating Upper and Lower Canada, and the European premiere of Mozart's Magic Flute. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Thank you, Judy. Then did because these are your numbers, do you have context of like when and where you saw this number? And we can start with that one. Let's start with it. We can go over here. So let's start with 17.1. And so, all right, that's first thing is when we add these up, we get 18 and a 9. So this is a 9-year, similar to what we just experienced with 2025. But this is different in that we have this 18. Oh, it was part of your dream. Okay. That's cool. So with, let me move this so with 2025, when we add these up, we immediately go to 9. And so that's why we had a very strong vibrational energy of an ending or a shift. But here for 1791, we have this 18 first, where that 8 is that reap what you sow energy. It's the reciprocity. It's like the energy that's coming back around. And what Judy found, where 1791 had all of these pivotal moments, But I think we could probably look at those and see how that energy is coming back around in this moment, like now. And that's probably why it's coming up as an important vibrational year for us to look at, because it's a reap what you sow energy that brings forth something new. So it's like the energy comes back around and is used to bring um, in new energy, or works with new energy in a new way. And then that means that it ends it ends the old uh, by bringing in and building the new. Yes. Okay, I'm coming to yeah, because I was thinking that too, Rumple, something with the music. I haven't read your whole thing yet, though, your whole comment yet. Because what's interesting is we have this portal here. So for anybody that hasn't heard me say it, when we have the same vibration on either side, they want to be near each other because they're the same. And so then it creates this motion that is making this portal. And this portal then is bringing through the energy that's in between the two. So in this case, 79, where 79 has that 9, let me get the, it again has this 9 of ending. So we're getting a lot of this ending. And this, where any of you that were here with me in 2025 heard me say that 2025 felt more like a shift of energy. It felt like the energy was coming back around to be cleansed, to be cleaned, and prepared to be shifted over to be used in a new way. But here, these nines very much feel like an ending. Like, very much feel like an ending. Ending of something. Um, so we have the 9 here, multiple places. But then we also have this 16, which is that tower. It's the energy of the tower, where it's like the tower is there, it has been built. Everybody knows and is aware that this tower is going to fall, that it's not stable, it eventually is going to fall, but we have to all decide, where are we going to be when it falls? Are we going to accept that it is going to fall? And so then we take a position outside of the tower so that we can witness that fall? Or are we staying in the tower and falling with it? Yeah, very interesting. Because then it feels like this knowledge of this tower falling is a dominant vibration, especially at, it's like this knowledge that the tower is falling is the energy that is planning on coming back around so that it can be used with new energy or be seen from a new perspective, used in a new way so that the old can end. Wow. I'm trying not to go too because like what I'm doing is when I'm seeing the vibration, I pull it like a little thread. And then that's what takes us down into our rabbit hole to talk about the vibration more. This one, I'm trying not to go too far because this is big. Because what it looks like is from this moment in time, it's like if 1791 energy was the energy that's at the top of the mountain, like the snow at the top of the mountain, and it starts rolling down. Like in the cartoons when it starts rolling down and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and at the avalanche gets bigger and bigger and bigger as it's coming down the mountain. That's what it looks like. That's how it's moving. That's the tower falling. That's that energy coming back around. And it's like the way, like whatever has been built, or the way of doing things, the way of being that has come from this energy is sitting like at the bottom of this mountain. That's like the tower where we know it's going to get crushed eventually. Eventually, there's going to be a large enough avalanche that's going to come and take it out. Very interesting. Oh, hi, Tiff Tiff. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by to say hello. It's good to see you. All right, I got to get in here and see what you all are seeing and thinking. But this is very interesting. This is an interesting vibration. It's got an interesting story. Okay, so with the music, Mozart finished his last opera. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the same year that he died. Oh, okay. So is this year both? Okay. 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 Interesting. Okay. Yes, Tiptoe. Yes, Tiptoe Joe. Like that's what I would, but it seems like it's even bigger. That it's not just what's happening in the United States, but it is the structure, which is the way of thinking and the way of doing and the way of being, is the tower. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be outside the tower. I'm already got my binoculars. We watch it from afar. But the way that you get out of the tower is you recognize that you are in the tower and you make the changes you need to make to get out of the tower. But if you don't know or recognize that you're in the tower and that the tower is going to fall, then you can't make the changes or take the steps to get out of the tower. Very interesting. Yeah, good question, Rumpel. I was thinking that too. Is there anything else that was significant about your dream? Mm. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for adding Mozart's last piece of work. Yeah, that's so interesting that yeah, he was even part of the conversation. I wonder what so the piece of work, what is it? Magical flute. I wonder what vibrations that holds. Because that's going to hold a lot of the um dominant vibrational energy of that time. Very interesting. Okay, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, let me see. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a bigger vibrational story and message here because what else is kind of coming up is really needing to recognize how because we already saw that this is one of those vibrational portals, but it's also like there's something else happening here in how these vibrations are being woven together. Hmm, very interesting. Okay, I'm trying not to go too far down the rabbit hole, but we could absolutely come back to this and continue the conversation because it is very interesting that this was very much feeling like a date. So I wonder if we could at some point look at the parallels because we know if this is coming up as a date also when it has that 8 in there that it is some of the history repeats itself, which is that reap what it sows. So we should look at that also. Not today though, because that's a deep rabbit hole. Yeah, this was a good one. All right, let me see. Let me catch up in chat. I think I'm caught up, but let me catch all the way up. Yes. Yes, Tiptoe Joe. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes, and yes, Rumple. Fly it outside of your house as well. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to get off it because I get too caught up because it's so interesting to look at. All right, let's look at huh. Judy, do you have any context for these other three numbers? Because that one that we just looked at, the 1791, it's like dominating these other numbers or these other vibrations. All right, let me write these separate so I can try and give it some separation from this 1791. So let's see. Because I'm trying to like feel into them and read them, but it's like that 1791 is so loud, it's like drowning them out. So let's see, 7292. So we'll work with them together until they tell us that they are separate. 625. And this one is 8221, I believe. But let me check. Yep. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some water and like try and disconnect from that 1791 because like it's like, oh, you want to hear my story, and now it's just like, and it won't shut up. It's like that uncle that just like talks so much, and you try and tell him you gotta go do something, and he just like follows you around and keeps on talking. Do you have an uncle like that? I have an uncle like that. Too much talking. That's what 1791 is doing right now. Oh, okay. Okay, so these are random like views numbers. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So then that would make sense why they feel very similar and why they would be getting drowned out by the other. Okay. So, let's start diving into these vibrations and hopefully that'll help me to disconnect. I mean, all I'll do is I'll just write down the whole story later, and we could talk about it maybe tomorrow or in Discord. So this gives us a 20, and this gives us a 13. Gives us a 13 again. Okay. So, um, this 20 to 2, this is the numerical vibration of January 2026. So that makes sense why that one would catch your attention, and you would see it multiple times. And then with both of these, this is why I wanted to look at this. With both of these being a 13-4, that's significant because 13 is like the vibration of transformation. So it's the big changes that are coming in, and once those changes are made, you can't go back. There's no going back after them. So these are this is also a dominant vibration that's been happening actually the last few years, probably like 6, maybe going on 7 years, of like a transformation energy coming through, where it's at the individual level all the way up to like Earth as a whole. And this transformation needs to happen so that we get to a new place of stability. So 4, ooh, I don't want to see you because you're going to disrupt me again. So 4 is stability, or like establishing a new foundation. But 44, where we have both of these 4s, we just saw that. But 44 is the numerical vibration of the word hope and also the word faith. So with things feeling unstable, like unstable right now, this transformation is needing to happen to get to a new sense of stability. But this new sense of stability needs to be, it's like, so it's like if you have the 4 walls of like a container. So it's the 4 is like the 4 walls. That's what gives you the stability. But then within it is the 44 of hope. So it's like a container for the hope and the faith. Because without some kind of something, like some kind of vibration, whether it's a vision, whether it's a higher power, you have to have something that holds your hope and your faith in place. That's what's happening here. Very interesting. And then we have the conversation that we've had before. It's like our little roof, where this is that 11 to 2. So we have that 20 up there that's getting us to this 2 again. But we need this foundation that is able to hold the hope and the faith, so then we can get to a place where we can end division and duality. And that 1791 is coming in and saying, like, I told you so, because I have the 11 here also. Interesting. Okay. So it is, so all 4 of these vibrations are giving us pieces of the story, but it seems like these 3 are kind of coming up together as like right now pieces of the story. And so then that's why they're not as loud, because they're like the snowball avalanche on a little bitty hill, like a little bitty hill, versus that 1791 where that's like a mountain. So they're saying similar things. They're part of a similar vibrational story. One is just amplified. But let's look at if we... Hey, again? Wasn't I singing that last week and now it's like back? Somebody's energy in here must make me think of Doug or something. Because that's it. Well, last time it came up, I was singing it all day. Today it was just now. Just now in this moment. All right, so let's see. Okay. So if we add these up, we get 16. Okay, that's creepy. Um, okay. So just said that, yeah, they're giving similar parts of the story. Um, and here we have that 16 energy of the tower again. And 138, so we have the 8 again, and the 13 is coming up again. But 138 is the numerical vibration of the word perspective. And your perspective, we talked about, is like how you're interacting with the vibrational world around you, which would be part of that. Does your perspective hold space for you to recognize when you're in the tower and that the tower is going to fall? So then, out of understanding and awareness, you're able to make the changes necessary to step outside of the tower. Hmm, interesting. That's very interesting. Absolutely, we can, Josh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually we are in a point where this would be a good time to do that. I just want to. So when we add up, so the last thing I'll put here is when we add up these digits, 16,138, it adds up to 19, 10, 1, which this, oh my gosh, I ran out of colors. This is the energy of 2026. Wow. Okay. I will definitely dig into this story and go farther down the rabbit hole um more and report back. I'll go on a mission and report back. Cuz it's yeah, we wouldn't have time to be able to look at the whole thing together, but I can report back and give you a summary of what I've learned. So, yeah, let's talk about the difference between perspective and perception. Do, 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 do. Oh my goodness. Here we go again. Okay. So, perspective. Oh, you're welcome, Judy. No, that was great. That was really good. Um so perspective we just saw is 138 is its numerical vibration. Um and that takes us to a 12 and a 3. And then for perception, if we, use our little code, it's 16 plus 5 plus 18. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Un momento. Okay, there we go. So my phone has been acting crazy. Well, my calculator phone. 16 plus 5 plus 18 plus 3 plus 5 plus 16 plus 20 plus 9 plus 15 plus 14. So perception is 121 that goes to a 4. So the first thing that we see is that they both have this 12 vibration. So this change in perspective. See, it's here. The difference is, when do we get to that change in perspective energy? So when I look at perspective and perception, just vibrationally, perspective, when I look at it, it looks like it's including more variables. So if perception, I'm trying to see how to like describe what I'm seeing. So it's like, if perception is just what you see, perspective is what you see, what you hear, what you feel. That's what I mean by, like, it has more, it encompasses more in there. Perception also feels very much like well, they both are a point in time. But this perception, it only holds one point in time. Oh my gosh. What the heck? I think I always am like going live when they're doing, like, shutting stuff down or something across the street. Anyway, so holds one point in time. Whereas your perspective, it's a collection of points in time, because your perspective comes from the experiences that you've had in your life, and so it's the collection of the vibrations of all of these different points in time. So you actually are perceiving, your perception is from your perspective. So your perspective is a little bit bigger, it encompasses more. Is any of this making sense, how I'm saying this? Because it doesn't feel like it to me. So a collection of points in time or experiences. You can kind of see that difference here also, where we have the 8 here, which is that reap what you sow, reciprocity, karma energy. And where this is coming from is across time. So it's the experiences across time coming back again. Whereas here we have a lot of one energy. It's very new. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Rumpel. Yeah, that's a perfect way of saying it. That perception is how you see something, but your perspective is how you judge it and act. Yes. Yes, very much so. That's perfect. Thank you. So when we are, so really, it's our perspective that we really have to pay attention to. And so having a change in perspective, like here and here, that's like a really big deal. Because to change your perception is to just change what you see. But to change your perspective is changing how you see. Very big difference. Also, just the way that these vibrations move. So, where we have perception, where it is this portal energy. So, it's moving very quickly. Whereas here with the 138, it's more methodical. It's one step, then two steps, then three steps, and then move on to the 12. Yeah, okay. Does that answer your question, Josh? Would you like me to expand in any way? Getting water. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly, Josh. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what makes it hard. You can't separate them because they are definitely working together. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Great. I'm glad that was helpful. So when I have any of my videos where I'm talking about like truth, you hear me talk about perspective a lot. And I very rarely use the word perception because perspective is the bigger one. Perspective is the one like when we are healing our traumas, healing our wounds, when we are growing as an individual or growing as a group or as a society, it's the perspective that is changing. It's the collection of those points of time, those experiences that have caused us to think and judge and behave in a particular way. It's harder to change a perspective. Yeah, that was a good addition. Good addition. Nice. That was good. Woohoo! All right. We're cooking with gas. Cooking with gas. Whoop, 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 whoop. That was fun. I got a lot of enjoyment from that. I guess that's good. It doesn't take much. All right. So I think that actually does help us to bring out some of this message or whatever we're meant to talk about. Get out of here. With this micro to macro, and in particular, looking at the oh, you heard that, Judy? You saw that? You caught it? Thinking about storm, because that's been a dominant vibration for quite a while, but this week in particular. And storm, it resonates at 85, which also is a 13-4. Because a storm will come in and it will make change happen and clear the space for this energy to come back around so transformation can happen. Oh, hi, Ju! Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. So we would classify something as a storm, especially as a vibrational storm. If it is coming in and it's creating a change, whether it's a good change or a change that we perceive as bad or a clearing out, it brings in this change, so then this reap what you sow energy can come back around and be like the fuel for the transformation. And then after every storm, whether we perceive it as positive or negative, you have to build a new foundation. And so then that's the 4. So let's look at what these storms could look like on multiple levels. I'm trying to see where to start. Okay, so I guess we're gonna start out in space. Woo! Start in space! Oh my gosh, I got the giggles today. All right, so if we're starting out here in space, so this is like a macro level where these vibrations are impacting us, and everything around it in a very big way, but they move. It's kind of like when we talk about like your different circles. So whenever we've talked about, and I know everybody's probably seen this in school, hopefully at least once, where it's like, here's you, the individual, boop, and then you have your family. This is your family. And then you have your community. Oh, community got squished on one side. It's okay. And then you have, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So it gets bigger and bigger until we are in space. And so any of these outside macro vibrations impact all of the vibrations going in this way. So we're starting with like these space vibrations and what a storm looks like at that macro level, because it is going to impact all the way down to us as individuals. So what we've been having happen, so a storm is any kind of energy or vibration that creates a change. so that this energy can come back around and create a transformation of some kind. So we've been having solar storms. Yay, sun! Where the sun has been sending solar flares, and this is impacting not just the Earth, but all of the solar system. We also have had, and I guess this is going to be at like a little bit of a lower level, still space, but not as big space as like the sun. But we've had Neptune, which only changes its sign. So it only changes what sign it's in, which constellations it is near, which constellations it's interacting with. So those which vibrations it's interacting with, only like every 12 to 15 years. So we've had like the last, I think it is like 14, 15 years, we've had Neptune in Pisces. This week, actually, we had Neptune move into Aries, and it'll be there to stay for like the next, it's like 14 something years. So that's a very big energy shift. That's a change energy that is definitely impacting and adding its vibration in. We also have where we have our comets, and also like our three-eye atlas. They would be at this level also, where just having their presence in the solar system is they're adding their vibrations or their energy at a micro level to impact in. So then if we go to another level, and so all of these vibrational movements are contributing to a change in energy, whether it's their because they're changing signs, it's changing what vibrations they're interacting with or how they're interacting with other vibrations, and then that's the change that's impacting us. We also, so if we now go another level down, where this is Earth. So we've had these vibrations from space coming in and impacting Earth, but we saw that it's not just impacting Earth alone. It's impacting the Earth all the way through groups of people, well, through like countries, groups of people, all the way down to the individual person. And what Earth has been doing with that energy is it has also been contributing to the storms and the changes we've seen. So if all of this is coming in and impacting the Earth, then we have a polar vortex effect that is creating crazy ass weather for all of us in different ways. So then this is the storm at the Earth level. We also had some interesting things happening with earthquakes this week, where this week we had a rare occurrence where typically what happens is you have a large earthquake, like 7+ on a Richter scale, and then you have smaller earthquakes that come after, like aftershocks. So it's like if you have a 7.7, because that's a good number on the Richter scale, then what would come after would be like, then we'd have a 5.5, and we'd have a 5.0, and we'd have a 5.3 as aftershocks. So we have a big rumbling, and then we have like the slowing down of the movement in these aftershocks. But what we actually had this week is we had all of like a bunch of these what would seemingly be like aftershocks without the big earthquake. So it's like aftershocks alone. And that, might sound like a little thing, but it actually does not happen that often. I was looking at some scientists reporting this week, and it looks like it's only happened 2, maybe 3 other times in history of like the whole, like what we have of recorded Earth history. So when we started recording these earthquakes, we've only seen this. This is like only like the second or the third time. So that's a pretty big deal in like the changing or shifting of energy. And so then that is impacting, we have these countries that we live in are now getting, so they're still getting this solar energy. They're still getting like this space energy from here. They're still getting this space energy from here. But now they're also getting impacted by like this weather energy and from like this earth rumbling earthquake energy. And so you can see how this is like building up to create this storm at like a micro level. So this is macro up here in space. And then we're going all the way down here to like micro. So then when we have the rumblings that we have for the countries and what they're doing, I'm not going into detail of that because that's a whole longer conversation, but we know what are all the happenings, the decisions that these countries and governments are making between each other and within their countries, like to their own people. So we have those energies that are now coming into this more micro level. So now we have all of these. We have the sun still coming in. We still have these objects in space energy coming in. We still have Neptune coming in here. We got the weather and the crazy polar vortex coming in. We have this energy from the earthquakes coming in. And so then now, this is the energy that we're sitting in, like this weird vibrational soup. Ew. I just got an image of like getting into a bathtub without washing up first. Ew. Like, why you want to? Yuck. Okay, sorry. I had a bad image. I needed to share it with you, so I was not grossed out alone. But then what's happening is now when this is coming in this way, this is now hitting us as individuals. I know. I'm sorry, but not sorry. So here we all are in our small group families, our communities, and individuals. What? Let me give us all arms. Well, yeah, this one's fast. Oh, look, they're running. Where are they running to? I don't know, because where are they safe from all these vibrations? I don't know. But on Wednesday, we saw some um, messages come out about community and needing to heal community. So we have that level here too. But what happens is then, I need a different color. Here we go. This is what is shaping our thinking. It shapes our beliefs. It can shape definitely our actions, our behaviors. It changes how we interact with each other. So this is how these vibrations that are coming through as a storm are now impacting us, and they can bring a change in perspective. This is what a change in perspective actually looks like, because it's happening at multiple levels here. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So to recap on this interesting message that decided to come through today, when we are encountering these storms, anything that feels like a storm, so anything that is feeling like it's a lot of change that's happening, and that change is like making room or space for this energy to come back in, and it's causing these transformations to happen and creating a new set of stability or foundations, we have to remember where it's coming from. So when we are interacting with others, or even just with ourselves, it's never just what we're thinking or what they're thinking or their behavior. It's all of this. It's all of these vibrations. So to really understand where your perspective is and how you are interacting with these vibrations, you have to be able to move out of just the micro and understand how these more macro vibrations are impacting you. Because as you grow in that understanding, you, one, learn yourself more, which is the ultimate transformation that we are supposed to be making. But it also now takes your perspective and it changes it from a smaller perspective to a larger perspective. And when we have seen, when you have more perspectives included or a larger perspective, now you actually are able to understand and experience more of the truth. So if you're starting here with your perspective and you're keeping your perspective narrow, you only really understand this much of the truth. But by expanding your perspective, understanding the other vibrations that are actually around you and are actually impacting you, it allows you to change your perspective. It allows you to now expand your perspective. So now you can see, understand, and experience more of the truth. So now you're not making decisions, you're not judging, you're not thinking, you're not behaving, you're not acting from a smaller perspective with just a sliver of the truth, but you're actually able to think and behave and act and make decisions from a place of larger amounts of the truth with a larger perspective. Hmm, interesting. So, that's actually what we've been doing this whole time. Not just today, but every time we're here live together is we are learning about these vibrations that not just happening at that macro level, but are happening around us, whether it's at the micro level or any of these macro levels. We're understanding better how these vibrations are impacting us and how we're interacting with them. So then we're able to expand our awareness and change our perspective. That's a pretty cool message. I like it. What do you think? Yeah, this was a pretty good message. Yeah, I think we had a pretty good day today. We got some pretty big messages today. Oh yeah, Tiff Tiff, I've done Jew's birthday. I've looked at Jew's birthday, just not his name with his birthday. Yeah, I agree, Jew. Thank you. Yeah, this was a good message. And now I can only think of free your mind. Free your mind. The rest will follow. All right. I won't sing the rest because it has different definitions now. Yeah, this was good. All right, let's look at our little list because we did some things today. Where is our list? Where are you, list? Oh, there we go. So we looked at the crazy word backdoor. Well, we looked at this word, this set of words for strange week, because that's the only way I could describe this week. That's how we got to a storm, or a storm. We did see that week came out as 44, which is hope and faith. And then we did see a lot of these same messages in the numbers that Judy brought forth. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. We had a good day. Oh, you were? So, did you put that in my head, Josh? Yes, Tiff Tiff. You know what I was singing. That's what popped into my head. Oh, hi. Thanks for being here, Mai. It's good to see you. I'm glad you caught us. We were just wrapping up. Thanks for being here and supporting. Appreciate it. So, I'm going to do some more digging in. It has been a long time. It's good to see you. I'm going to do more digging in on whatever this message is about 1791, because that was a very big one. So I'll dig in more, probably not by tomorrow, but I will dig in more and share with you what I find. And then tomorrow, we will have our hip hop vibrations talk, which should be interesting because we had an interesting hip hop week, kind of strange. So it's still strange week still fits there too. But on Sunday is when we have the Grammys. So we can revisit some of our Grammys vibration breakdown that we did a couple months ago. It has been busy for everybody. I'm glad it hopefully it's been good busy for you, Mai. Oh, we like a good even number. Okay, we need one more to get it even. What, how many more? Three more to get it even? All right, let me know if we get it even. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go chill and eat some dinner and relax. I will see those of you that are over on Twitch. I'll probably be over there if I don't fall asleep before I get there. But I'll probably be over there later tonight. And then we'll be back here tomorrow to talk about hip hop vibration. So get those topics and those numbers and all of that ready and bring them tomorrow and we'll talk some more. Thank you so much for being here. Please, if you didn't hit the like on your way in, hit it on the way out. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good night.